Welcome to Esoteric Recaps. A whitewater rafting adventure unfolds, led by Juno, a fearless thrill seeker. Joining her are Sarah, a British wife and mother, and her close friend Beth. Awaiting them at the end of their rafting trip are Sarah's husband, Paul, and their daughter, Jessica. Before departing with his family, Paul shares a fleeting, cryptic moment with Juno. On the drive home, an argument between Sarah and Paul about his distracted behavior ends tragically when Paul veers into an oncoming truck carrying metal rods. The collision sends a rod through Paul's skull, killing him instantly. Waking in the hospital after the crash, Sarah panics as she recalls the traumatic event. Her panic worsens when Beth embraces her and reveals the devastating news. Jessica is dead. Juno, grieving from a distance, silently departs. 1 year later, Juno organizes a spelunking expedition in the Appalachian Mountains to help Sarah reconnect with life. The rafting trio reunites at a cabin with 3 additional adventurers: Juno's brash, reckless friend Holly, and 2 sisters, Rebecca and Sam, who bring caution and medical expertise to the group. Tensions linger between Beth and Juno, fueled by Juno's abrupt disappearance after Sarah's tragedy. That night, amidst drinks and reminiscences, Sarah recalls Paul's motto, "Love each day," as her reason for joining the adventure. However, she is plagued by a recurring nightmare of the crash. The next morning, Juno deliberately leaves behind the cave map and leads the group deep into the forest. They encounter the mangled carcass of a bull elk, its throat seemingly torn open, and descend into a massive, uncharted cave. Juno lights flares to illuminate the vast underground world. As they explore, Juno privately apologizes to Sarah for her past absence, but Sarah wanders away, unsettled. The group's journey takes a perilous turn when a narrow tunnel collapses behind them, cutting off their only known escape route. Tensions escalate as Juno admits she deliberately brought them to an unexplored cave for the thrill of discovery. Despite anger and betrayal, the group presses on, desperate to find another way out. Their path leads to a deep precipice. Rebecca courageously anchors a rope system to the cave ceiling, allowing them to cross, but suffers severe rope burns while rescuing Juno from a fall. As they move deeper, Sarah discovers an ancient mural hinting at another exit. But before they can act, Holly recklessly rushes ahead, mistaking phosphorescent light for daylight. She plummets into a pit, snapping her leg. As the group tends to her injury, Sarah glimpses a grotesque, humanoid creature in the shadows. When she warns the others, they dismiss her fears. Moments later, the creatures, blind, bat-like predators that hunt using sound, ambush the group. Chaos erupts as the women scatter. Holly is killed, and in a brutal confrontation, Juno accidentally stabs Beth in the throat, mistaking her for a creature. Overcome with guilt, Juno abandons Beth, leaving her to die alone. Separated from the group, Sarah falls into a blood-soaked pit of carcasses. She witnesses the creatures devouring Holly's body and narrowly avoids detection by remaining perfectly still. Elsewhere, Juno, Rebecca, and Sam fend off the creatures, but their numbers dwindle as Rebecca and Sam meet gruesome ends. Sarah reunites with Beth, who is barely alive, and reveals Juno's betrayal by showing her Paul's necklace, proof of Juno's affair with him. Beth begs Sarah to end her suffering, and with a heavy heart, Sarah grants her mercy. Hardened by rage and grief, Sarah transforms into a primal survivor, killing several creatures in feral combat. Eventually, Sarah and Juno cross paths again. Though they fight side by side to fend off an onslaught of creatures, Sarah silently confronts Juno with Paul's necklace, exposing her deceit. In a cold act of vengeance, Sarah stabs Juno in the leg, leaving her to the mercy of the approaching creatures. Sarah escapes to the surface, clawing her way out into the daylight. Overcome with relief and trauma, she drives away but is startled by a bloodied vision of Juno in the passenger seat. Her scream jolts her awake, and she realizes she is still trapped in the cave. Alone and defeated, Sarah hallucinates her daughter offering her a birthday cake as the sounds of the creatures close in. The film ends with Sarah lost in darkness, succumbing to madness and despair. Like and subscribe for more notifications. Thanks for watching.